Sorry guys, muted there for a second. We're back walking. Sorry, just had the settings from the turtle stream still carried over there. But we're back walking here. At least you guys see a little bit of a fixture there of me fixing up Speedy's lead. And just obviously avoiding my early yap. Always yapping out in the morning, but yeah, we're ready. Walking with Speedy here at 11:17 p.m. at night. Couple days only before the exams, but yeah, I've actually got a good story to tell you guys today. Very interesting story here, and it's about the time I went to a boot camp in New Zealand. So if you guys had known that I had basically a school in New Zealand, which it's offered like a garden there, and I talked about a little bit on stream before. I've talked about how the school had a garden and such. How you doing? An early dog walk in? Yeah, I'm good, Emerson Mogul. How are you? Hopefully you're doing well. So yeah, the school I was talking about, I've talked about multiple times before, had the garden, planted sunflower and such before. And, oh, that's good to hear, Emerson Mogul, doing good. And basically at this school, they offered a boot camp to us. And this boot camp, never been on one before. Actually, at this time, I'd never slept over outside of my home. So I'd never been to another home before. Wow, Speedy's really pulling on this leash. I'd never been to like another home for a sleepover. I'd never been to another location like to do any sorts of sleeping activities or whatnot. So yeah, this was all going to be new for me, most definitely. So yeah, basically this was like the first time really of just experiencing something. And you're back again, CDF. Welcome back to the stream. So yeah, as I was saying, it's all the first time for me to experience this, and I was a little bit nervous, but I wanted to go on the boot camp. Don't get me wrong, it was definitely going to be a fun activity to do, hang out with my friends, and yeah, yes, and hello Speedy. Sorry, I just had to flip it around because she was going to the bathroom, but yeah, I'll continue. So we got our bags packed, got overnight bags packed, and we went out to this little tribal village area. And this tribal village, basically, in New Zealand, they take Maori culture very, very strongly. It's something that they really appreciate. And hi, Issa, welcome back to the stream. Hope your boxing went well as well. And yeah, it's good to see you again. So they really appreciate the Maori culture in New Zealand. So it's something that all the schools emphasize and such. So we're going to the boot camp, and the first thing I see is these big totems, lots of nice carved traditional carvings into them, many different types of ancient Maori gods into the walls of these totems and the walls of the buildings, should I say. And yeah, it was just overall just really really pretty. I don't really know the word, just like really inspiring, I guess, maybe. But yeah, so we going into this village, first time away. It's like an hour away from the school. No, you're not late to the stream, XXX fan, and hope you're doing well. We just started here. Yeah, I had a little bit of a small thing at the start, but we're all good now. And yeah, hope you're doing well. Just explaining about my first ever sort of trip away from home here. So when we arrived at this boot camp, first thing they told us to get our stuff unpacked. Bro boxing was good, did a bit of sparring and pad work, literally on my way home. Well done. I guess we always do before we do something, I mean, we always overlook at the daunting stuff that's going to happen, like the sparring, and then yeah, it turns out to be a good day. So yeah, I'm glad that it was good, Issa. And yeah, hope you have a nice recovery now. And why do I walk my dog late at night? For this exact reason. See how there's not a single person around or single car? My dog gets very excited by humans, other animals. So yeah, I tend to walk her at night because it's easier to stream it, easier to walk her and control her, and she can sort of walk around a little bit more. Bit of topic, both of you ever been to Norway? No, I've never been to Norway. I actually just got this Norway shirt today. Big fan of Haaland and Odegaard. I just really collect any football shirts, to be honest. Yeah, beautiful weather, exactly, nice clear sky. Nothing going on here. Yeah, it's a good question, no problem. Now, you guys can ask me anything you want, to be honest. I don't mind. So anyway, as I was saying, so we arrive at the boot camp, and after we unpack all our stuff, I wasn't too sure. I was put in a bunk with some people I didn't really know, some people that weren't really that friends with me. My friends were put in another different bunked area. But yeah, so basically we're told to line up in it's like a town hall. It's almost like a village, this area that we're put in. We're told to line up in the town hall for a meeting. And yes, DinoDoomz is going well. He was at the previous stream. Yeah, he's going good. So we line up at the town hall for the meeting, and our tribe coach, I don't really know what his name is now. I can't really remember. It was quite a long time ago that this happened, I think 9 years ago. Our tribes coach, I'll call him, he basically taught us like Maori culture, song, that sort of stuff. And he was telling us to line up and to greet sort of the faction leaders here at this village. So we go greet them. They do their classical Maori introduction to one another, which is, I think I'm going to pronounce this right, hongi, which is where you greet by touching noses. Very classical interaction between us and them, and to keep in traditional spirits. Then we're told that we can be free for this sort of first day here at the camp. Hi, you can't hear me? Well, the mic is working, so I don't know what's happening there, XXX. And welcome to the stream, Zoe3 Ella. And does Speedy always lead the way? Yes, she always leads the way. If anyone else is having audio problems, let me know. It should be working. I don't know why it's not. Yeah, guys, do let me know if there is an audio issue, because I'll try and fix it almost immediately. You can hear good? Okay. Okay, I don't know, maybe the audio is just not going through on XXX's thing, but I'll continue. So once we greet the tribe's leaders, or whatever the guys are, the community leaders, we're told to have some free time, so I go settle into my bunk, obviously still a little bit nervous. And once that's done, it's by then, once we've settled in, it's like 7 p.m. 7 p.m. and we are told it's dinner time. So we're going to the dinner hall, mess hall, go all eat some nice traditional food. Some of it's Marmite, which it's like a spread, kind of like Vegemite if you've ever been to Australia, very similar. I'm not a big fan of Marmite. I'm a fan of Vegemite, but Marmite not so much. Yeah, you can hear the audio is working, XXX, so I don't really know what you're saying, but I'll continue. So basically, once we've eaten our sort of meal, traditional meal, got some Marmite in there too. That's not really traditional, but it is made. I think it's made in New Zealand. Could not. I don't know too much about it, to be honest. I only ate it that one time, and boy, does that stuff taste disgusting. Speedy's so cute. Yeah, she's really cute. But yeah, so we go out after the dinner, and the tribes people say to us, okay, we're going to do some activities. So the first activity we're going to do is going to be laser tag. Now, I was not expecting these sorts of activities. I was sort of actually expecting more, so we'd learn some tribal traditional stuff like weaving, crafting, but laser tag, I mean, wow, who's going to turn that down? So yeah, we go out. He picks the teams, hunters versus the sprinters. And at this point, it's like 7, 8 p.m. once we're done. Oh, Speedy, coming. 7, 8 p.m. And it's kind of weird because I've never been sort of up past this late at that point. Obviously now it's 11:30, so I've clearly can go way past that point in time. But yeah, usually that's like my bedtime, 7 p.m. At that point in my life. So it's all new to me. Yeah, I know, laser tag, yeah. And as you'll see, it was very fun. So the property for the village was actually huge. It was, I think, like if I stand here, see, this like little border, then it goes all the way there. It's probably like maybe 7 or 8 times bigger than this whole like fielded area here. So yes, my dog is a golden retriever. Her name's Speedy, female golden retriever, 5 years old. Yeah, and she loves walking here. So yeah, so we're playing laser tag here. Got a massive workout. I'm pretty sure I was actually tagged early on because to be honest, when I was there, I wasn't that fit. I was a bit younger. I wasn't really too interested that much in fitness. Now it's a whole different story. I love doing fitness like football, that sort of stuff. And basically, yeah, we just had a great time doing laser tag. There was like some mini watchtowers as well, which we go climb up, pretty cool. And there was also like some tractors, hay bales. So the tractors didn't work, but we could hide in them, hay bales and stuff. And yeah, I think that would be a good idea, videoing her running around. I'm pretty sure there's like a dog park up in this area. I haven't been to it much, but I'm pretty sure later in the evening when there's no one there, we should be able to video it, no problem. So yeah, that's actually a good idea, CDF. Once again, ideas guy, well done, or girl. So where was I up to before my train of thought got interrupted there? Oh yeah, so we're talking about that sort of stuff. Anyway, I'll move past that. I was sort of droning on about laser tag there. But I mean, what an enjoyable sport that is. But yeah, we go to next day in the morning, wake up, and we're told to go outside. So after we go outside, they instruct us that we have to quickly have our meal for about 10 minutes or so. So we go have our meal for 10 minutes. Again, Marmite and also some porridge stuff, some basic sort of meals there. Go and have that, and then we're told to come back outside, meet them outside there. So we go back outside, and they tell us that we're going to be pushing, I think it's pushing each other down a large hill in one of those like big, massive inflatable balls. So, which is extremely weird. I've never experienced that before in my life. This is the only time I've ever experienced it, to be honest, was at that one time in this boot camp. So if you guys know what I'm talking about, you know those big like plastic inflatable balls that you can like hop in, then you like, sometimes they're on like water, sometimes you like fight someone else in them, you like roll up to someone and bash into them with the ball. So that's basically what I was told, that we were going in. We were going to be pushed down them by one of our teammates. Whoever got to the ground first would be objected the winner, which is pretty cool. And we'd be earning points throughout the day. It's sort of like if you guys know Squid Game, the TV show, sort of like that, except no one dies, obviously, and whoever wins gets the big overall prize. Unfortunately, well, actually, you're going to see what happens. Do I win it? Do I not? You're about to find out. So yeah, this was definitely fun. You play football and then once you have to bash into a big ball into a goal. Yeah, definitely fun. And yes, I agree with you guys. Yeah, it was pretty fun, actually. I really enjoyed getting smacked down the hill, then rolling down like super fast, faster than like some cars actually go. It was like really quickly because the hill was steep, bouncing down. When we got to the bottom, one of the crew members would stop us, and I actually won, I think, twice, and someone else won 3 times. There were 5 races in total, so we got 2 dubs there, W's in chat, 2 dubs, then we got 3 losses, unfortunately. I think I came second once and then third the other times. But yeah, that was a very good game right there. Easy points on the start as well. We got two first places. I think they were 5 points each. Can Speedy do any tricks? Well, she's interested in that garden gnome there, but no, she can't do many tricks. She can listen to commands. I feel like she's one of those dogs where she knows what she's doing, and she only really listens to us if she's getting her way or whatever. So for example, if I said to her, Speedy, sit, she's not going to listen because she wants to walk. But if I said that to her and I was holding like, I don't know, piece of ham, piece of banana, something like that, she'd for sure listen. Have you tried a cheese rolling event ever? Looks fun but kind of dangerous. Yeah, I mean, that's something that's super similar to what I did, except that we're in obviously a protective case. But yeah, I do really want to try cheese rolling eventually. It seems like a really fun sport. Annual cheese roll event, I think it's in one of the UK's territories, or it could be in Ireland. You guys have to correct me on that one. And yeah, so I also did answer already, Speedy does any tricks. So yeah, she's more of a dog that only really listens to you if you're sort of getting something out of it, you know. Some children do that, to be honest, but luckily I'm not one of them. Why does she sniff every pole you walk past? Because basically sniffing sort of like how dogs sort of scroll social media. So like we scroll social media, going through each post, whatever, YouTube shorts, sniffing sort of like what dogs do to get entertained by the day. And I'm gonna definitely not show this because she's about to go to the bathroom, so we'll just show myself. Yeah, so we'll sniff different poles, whatever, and it's almost like telling her what happened today. A dog went past there, someone walked past there, who it was specifically. So yeah, it's like their superpower basically. And that race stuff where they just sprint down a hill, I know, that's crazy. Like, I've seen people get like broken arms and that from that stuff. So honestly, super crazy events there. And some stuff I actually do want to try in the eventually anyway. Would love to try cheese rolling and running down hills and that sort of stuff. But anyway, back on the camp topic. So we did this event. That's the first event we did. Got 10 points of first place, and then we got some other points for some other places. So then once we did that, we immediately went on to the next event, which was you had to hurdle. I think it was like 5 tractors or 6 tractors in a row. Remember, we're like only 10 years old, 9 years old doing this. I think it was 9 doing this. So we had to hurdle a full-size tractor, like 5 in a row. So what we did, they explained to us, a hurdle counts as running up to the tractor, climbing into the driver's seat, then climbing out of the driver's seat onto the next side, and continuing to do that 5 times. How old am I? I'm 17, turning 18 in a couple of weeks actually. We're so close to turning 18. It's a bit crazy. And I heard dogs can remember what happened to a spot by sniffing, and it's like going back in time. Yeah, I know. I wish humans could understand how dog sniffing works more, because honestly, I do think it's like an interesting field of study, to be honest, to understand how, like, for example, a dog can sniff something and they can actually remember what happened there in specific sort of like points in time almost. And sorry about that, that lead always snaps all the time. Come on. Come on. Sometimes though, sniffing's a bit excessive, like she'll do it just to waste a little bit of time, and sometimes even she'll sniff and then begin to lick the surface. Now, I don't know if that sort of enhances the effect, but yeah, it's definitely it definitely must do something to sort of help them out. Here, gonna sniff there. No, you're not. Yes, and oh, that's good to know, Issa. Your age, that's cool. She is insistent on that pole. Yeah, I know. She does that on a lot of different objects, like sometimes it might be this, for example. She'll just sniff this and like lick it. Not actually interested this time, which is funnily enough that I'm explaining it now and she's not really interested. But nevertheless, back to what I was saying, and also empty street here. How cool is it just to walk in sort of an abandoned location? So basically, what I was talking about was the tractor hurdling. So we did that activity, and I got my team. I didn't get it. I didn't think I took part in this one because we each picked like a representative to take part in each different activity. I was the rep for the ball rolling one, and then someone else on my team was rep for tractor. I don't think we got the dub on any of those because our team wasn't too athletic, like I must say. And I'm not glazing myself, but I'm pretty sure I was the most athletic on that team. But even myself, I wasn't that athletic at the time. a 9-year-old isn't supposed to be the most athletic person in the world unless you're Lamine Yamal, then you can be. But everyone else is sort of stuck in a more whimsical body. So yeah, definitely didn't get the dub in the tractor race. Then the next one I think was, let me think, tug of war, which we did take the dub. I'm the GOAT. Thank you so much, Emerson Moyal. Yes, I'm the GOAT. So we did take the dub in tug of war because it was a team event. Then the next one was, I'm trying to think, zip lining, I think. So there was 2 zip lines set up, one next to each other, and we had to race to the bottom of the zip line. Whoever got to the bottom first would be the successor. I think my team did take the victory on that one because zip lining, honestly, pretty easy, especially if you're not athletic. And since most of my team was smaller, like smaller in size, it was easier for us to go down quicker because we were lighter. The zip line would move faster down. Did I get to go to in many school camps? Not really. I guess I went on a couple. So I went on this one in New Zealand. Then I went on 2 in Saudi. So I went on one to the ski trip, which I explained about a couple of nights ago, the skiing adventure in Switzerland. And then I also went to this location in Saudi, which is it's like very excluded in the desert, Thumb Rock, beautiful landmark there. And we had to do it for Duke of Edinburgh. If you guys know that award, smash a like. But yeah, I didn't really go on many. Those were the 3 I went on. Maybe I can think of more, but I don't really think I did any more besides those 3. At least those 3 were the ones that stood out sort of the most in my childhood, to be honest. They did all add something worth of experience in my childhood. So yeah, I hope that answered your question, CDF. But in the end, when we got done all of our activities on that day, we did end up not winning, unfortunately. We did come second. Another team did end up going to win, which is a little bit unfortunate. But still, nevertheless, we did get the second place. We got the second place Victor spoils, which was a nice feast, just like everyone else, but still. And we got bragging rights, I guess you can say that. Thumb Rock, you'll have to wait, CDF, to another stream because I will most definitely be explaining about that location in another one. Can't spoil all the stories today, but we got, because we got this beautiful story today. Thumb Rock, though, I will say it is a sort of landmark. It's a type of geographical formation. So you can search up more about it if you want. Just search up like Thumb Rock, Saudi Arabia, and you should be able to find out about it. But anyway, and it's actually on my next geography exam. I can use it as a case study, which is amazing because I've been there. But anyway, as I was saying, the next day for the camp, we then got to go to a cave, and inside this cave, the coolest thing ever is these little silkworms. And what's so amazing about these silkworms is they actually glow during the night. And that was something I was so impressed by. They had bioluminescence, all that great stuff, glowing all over the walls and ceilings, and they literally highlight the entire cave's features. We went at night so we could get there, get them more in full display. And one thing especially about them is that they're sort of like if you guys know any sort of advanced technology, you might know a LiDAR scanner, which is basically, it shoots beams of light onto a surface to make it visible. For example, like say this was a LiDAR scanner, it would make all of this sort of white dots here, so we'd be able to make out the surfaces. Yeah, glowing worms are so cool. Just if you want, search up LiDAR scanners or search up glowing silkworms, and you'll sort of see sort of what they look like. But yeah, they're almost like a LiDAR scanner on the surface, highlighting every single aspect of that cave, and every niche, nook and cranny is all highlighted. Overall, just beautiful sight. Didn't get any photos because at the time, again, too small. I think the school might have sent some photos to my parents, but I don't really know. But anyway, so that was beautiful in that cave. Also, it was one of those watery caves. I'm pretty sure it was an aquifer. so that's why the silkworms are all inside. Lots of water, lots of nutrients on the cave walls, algae growing there, so all good stuff. Then there was actually one weird part, I can't remember, I think it was on the final day or something, where we were fishing and my teacher caught a dead possum. Well, I have no idea, I can't even remember what happened, but I do remember something happening along the lines of fishing, catching a dead possum. Then he wondered how he managed to catch that in the river, because that's like something super rare in New Zealand. You won't see like random dead animals everywhere. And then the next thing he pulls is an electric eel, which was eating the dead possum. So yeah, I have no idea how that managed to happen on that trip. It was such a wholesome trip, and then it ends with an electric eel eating a dead possum in a river that was leading to the glowworms cave. So I guess we cleaned up the river a little bit there, getting rid of the junk. Yeah, I don't know. A chain reaction of weird events, yeah, exactly. Yeah, started off wholesome, ended off with just that absurdity. But that was the camp, that was the camp done. Ended with a dead possum, got to see its interiors as well as a 9-year-old child, so that was amazing. And yeah, definitely tinted the event slightly. But that was that event. That was my first experience at a boot camp, and definitely put me off boot camps for a while until the next one, which happened, the ski trip, which I'm pretty sure did not have any dead animals in it. I'm pretty sure I could have become dead by frostbite, but other than that, I don't think any other creatures were in that one. Had to ruin it all at the very end, I know, exactly. Had to ruin you guys the rest of your evenings by bringing up about dead possums with their intestines hanging out and that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'm just going to stop talking about it now. But we're actually almost at the end of the walk here. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know now before we get to the checkpoint, as I like to call it. Very good night tonight, nice evening once again here on the walk. Unfortunately, I think someone was asking when the walk stream would be, but unfortunately I don't think they attended, because I know who it was, but I don't want to say, but like if you know who it was and you know they were asking, just let them know that it is up now. Otherwise, yeah. Do you do lives every day? Yes, I do live streams every single day. Hopefully I can do 2 per day, one the dog walk stream, one this stream. Tomorrow I think I might do 3. I'll do one in the morning, one during the middle of the day, and one at night. But yeah, I like to do live streams every single day. And will I do more streams tomorrow? Yes, I will do more streams tomorrow. Like I said, 3 streams tomorrow. Got the morning stream, football. Then we got midday, which is going to be study, and then nighttime dog walk stream. Hopefully you can join tomorrow as well. Well, that'd be much appreciated for you to join that Zoe 3 hour. And yes, it is indeed nice, CDF. So I think I'll end it there, guys. Final glance at Speedy. Yes, Crystal Palace did win, and you got school tomorrow. Oh, that's unfortunate to hear, Asa. Well, hope you have a nice day at school, I guess. And yeah, Crystal Palace, first trophy in 117 years. Defeated Man City. And yeah, we're at it here. Yeah, say goodbye to Speedy before she goes on her thing here. And somehow there's a car here. Well, I'll end the stream once the car leaves. Yeah, let's just wait. It's a little bit awkward. Bye everyone, thanks for tuning in. Weird that there's a random car at 12, but it is what it is. Goodbye. Yeah, bad luck Man City. See you later, guys, and see you tomorrow morning for the stream. Bye, guys.